Hello, I'm ScottRudrow, and this is my walkthrough of my high-level design document on Alien War, an original game by my design studio, 5 to 9. I'm a student in the CSMS degree program at Full Sail University, and this is the table of contents to my design document. Notes. And in the notes, the technical design goals specify trigonometric and parabolic equations as the primary points of difficulty. Where I thought that was the truth, it's not. It is the programming. The programming is much more difficult. C++ in the C++ math library, as well as SDL and MS Forms in C++, not Visual Basic, are going to be the programming language. And program functionality is going to be a single level of difficulty and a play menu, an options menu, an exit menu, and text box, so that there can be a small database for keeping score. Simple direct media layer again for all rendering. My mockups and flowchart explains the menu system as well as the actual game system. There are no keyboard controls like this. They've all been transferred to the mouse for ease of play. And this is the final SketchUp of my game, whereas you have a mortar on the left, a bunch of aliens coming at you from the right. You have your trigonometric function and your parabolic function, sending mortars downrange to engage those aliens. Aliens have established a foothold near your city, and the only thing standing between them and roughly 3 million residents are a handful of mortar men and women from your guard unit. Hang on till the cavalry arrives. That is the name of the game. Hang on. Again, the number of functions. The functions will be carried out in these languages. That will be C++, SDL, and the controls will be on the mouse. The master task list is to develop the interface, develop the two-dimensional animations, provide mathematics and mechanics, develop character attack animation system, and impact mechanics and explosions, and testing. This is some of the pseudocode that I wrote to get ready to program in C++. This is some of the actual C++ programming that I was able to generate. My include files, main, namespace, forms, and then I met SDL and everything changed. The T forms are the technical problems that I faced. Does the game activate? Does the play button work? Controls, win conditions, escape to end the game, and exit to end the game. None of it works because it's a lot harder to make a game than I ever thought. And here are my references. A lot of these references are off the internet. That is just the best way and the easiest way to get information about modern technology. Thank you for joining me for this walkthrough of my design document. Please stand by for my code video. Hello, this is ScottRudrow from the Computer Science Master's Program at Full Sail University, and this is my code from Alien War, an original game designed by 5 to 9 Studios, my title. And these are all my include files for the game: a bowl, the screen width and height, the main line. I still don't know why these includes have to be here, but I was told in a Reddit post that SDL just won't work without them, and I've got to have SDL. So SDL renderer. This is not, well, 640 by 480 is technically the window at the moment, but it's going to be changed to 1000 by 500. But according to the width and height variables, that's what it is right now, 640 by 480. And we're going to be using DirectX 3D12 for our game renderer. An SDL window is going to be created, and it's supposed to be opaque, and it's supposed to be, well, aqua, but I haven't been able to get the color to work. Very anticlimactic, but this is the beginning of the game, and nothing works out the way you think it does. So this was my coding and code review. Thank you very much. Please stand by for my conclusion. Thank you for joining me for my code review and my high-level document design review. This is my GitHub, and we have 5 gets that were all generated during this class for one reason or another when I couldn't get other ones to work. This one was in C, this one was in Visual Basic, this was in C++, and this one is also in C. Some of them do and don't have SDL attached to them. For instance, Civil War, SDL initialized, but it wasn't able to entirely function. I couldn't get some presses to work. And this one, the C++ one, where I got the farthest, were the link correction errors, which I was able to solve. I learned a lot during this process, most of all what not to do. I was able to get farther than I thought, and at the same time not far enough to be able to combine all the different elements of a game. Yet, I'm not giving up. I am going to continue to make some updates and continue with this game idea. Thank you for your time, your patience. It's been a pleasure.